Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
So guys, you would have just seen me just get sacked from Sutton, but have no fear. Literally 2 minutes have passed in game. I've had an interview with Newcastle. I've been offered the Newcastle job. We're going to take it. Yes, we're just going to agree. It should tick over, and I should be Newcastle manager within a second. Here we go, boys. We're back in business with Newcastle United. Out of work for only a few days, really. This is the team we're picking up. Here we go. FM takes the Newcastle hot seat after leaving Sutton United. Let's look at the support profile. Create a tactic now. I don't need to. I'm loading the Arsenal one. With better players in, this should work. Right, let's have a look at the new squad. Who have we got? We've got Lewis Ward, who we sold to Newcastle as the backup keeper. Got Erga Khan Kakir, who looks like a very, very good goalkeeper for us. We've also got Diogo Costa, who looks even better. Defenders, we've got Mark Gay, who looks decent. Benoit Badashile, who's another great defender. Antonio Silva, one of the best young defenders on the game. Flavius Daniluk, never heard of you, but bloody hell, you are fantastic. Like, one of these players at Sutton, I would have not been fired. Simican looks good. Target is somehow still there. Joloffe looks like a youngster. Murphy's still about. Valeri looks decent. Very decent left back indeed. Diogo Dalot. Pepe looks alright. Esposito looks good. Even Ahanan, what are you doing at this club? Vitina is a special player by the looks of it. Samu also looks pretty decent. Got Moises Caicedo. Scott doesn't look like he's at this level. Same for Joe White. Same for Siva Ass. Okay, interesting name. Nico Gonzalez. Elliot Anderson. Conchalves looks good. Lozano's good. St Maximum's good. Wu Young-jung's good. And Isaac's decent as well. So we take over. They've just sacked Zinedine Zidane. They're 11th in the league with 11 games to go. And they've got Alexander Isak up front. Top scorer in the league. When's our first game? First game in charge is an FA Cup quarter-final at home against Brighton. I'll bring you that shortly. So looking in the under-18s, we've got this guy, Lee Farrell. He looks ridiculously good. He is getting promoted to the first team. So with us, there's another guy who looks decent. That's right, guys. Time for our first game in charge as Newcastle manager. Quarter-final of the FA Cup. We've got Brighton. So going to look around the team here. So yeah, we're going to go for Costa in goal. We've got two very good goalkeepers. Is Danny look a right back? No, he's more of a centre back. But he could play both. Simican, again, we're going to go for Dalot, but that's probably one position where I'll buy a better player in the summer. And our centre back was bought for choice. This Flavius Daniluk looks fantastic. We're going to play him at centre back on the right. We're going to play Benoit Badashile on the left. Left back, we're going to go for Valeri. Another position we're probably strengthening in the summer. Very, very good player, but we need a backup. Caicedo in as the ball winner. Vitinha as the roaming playmaker. Yeah, we're going to have St Maximin coming in from the left. Gonçalves as the playmaker. It's just the right inside forward. We've got Pepe, who looks pretty decent, but hasn't got good finishing and is right-footed. Young's got better finishing. He's either-footed, so we'll put Young in there. Nico Gonzalez. I'm actually tempted to go Nico Gonzalez there. And up front, it's got to be Isaac. We don't really have many other options. Massive squad. We're going to have to trim this down. Joe Oliver doesn't need to be in the first team. Let's get you into the under-21s right now. This Harlan guy, not good enough. Samu is. Scott's not good enough. Joe White not good enough. Get in the reserve, son. I'll put Lee Farrell on the bench. He looks decent. Same for Elliot Anderson, who's destroyed us before. Lozano's on the transfer list. Is he old? What's going on with him now? 30. He's still decent. I'm going to take him off the transfer list. And Jung on the bench as well. Right, let's get into our first game. See the form there. Win, loss, draw. Got to come in and turn this around after our sacking from Sutton. Brighton, on the other hand, undefeated in their last 5. Let's go. So we're underway here. Vitinha with a set piece. Goes towards that. Daniluk should win that. We get a penalty. It's been awarded. I haven't even set a taker. Who's going to step up and take it? Isaac's going to step up and take it. Starts his run up now. Smashes it into the top corner. And we go 1-0 up. Confident penalty from Isaac. Smashes it in 1-0. St Maximum now. Crosses it in. Amati clears. Picked up by Gonzalez. St Maximin on the ball. Cuts inside. Puts one just over. Dallo now gives it to Caicedo. Block cleared. Daniluk goes back to Dallo. Comes inside the pitch. Gives it to Daniluk. Caicedo now. Against his old club, of course. Goes out wide, but Lucas Moura picks it up. Veltman gets mugged off the ball. St Maximin taps it in and we're 2-0 up. Chubshavin ball is back into full effect. After taking a year off in Sutton over the past bit of the Premier League season, I would still say I'm undeservedly sacked after getting the club promoted 3 times in a row. But that's okay. We move on now. We go to Newcastle. We're 2-0 up. And can we win the FA Cup this season? We're coming up to half time now. 2-0 up against Brighton. And we're going 2 goals to the good. Dominating them. Brilliant play. I'm actually going to start enjoying playing the game again now. I'm not getting spanked every 5 minutes. 60 minutes gone now in the second half. No more highlights. Brighton with the corner now. Imbium, whoever that guy is, crosses in. Lucas Moura wins the header. And of course I concede from a corner, because why wouldn't I? We always do. And it's 2-1. Imbium swings it back. Lucas Moura, free header, goes in 2-1. Valeri with the ball now. Gives it to Pedro Gonçalves. Gives it back. Goes to Basile. Gives it to Vitinha. Plays it through to Isaac. Plays Gonzalez through. Finishes, but he looks offside. Good finish nevertheless, but I don't think this one's going to count. Does it even need to go to VAR? He was that far offside, I think. They're going to check it, and I'm fully expected to be disallowed, and it has been. See, Vitinha with the through ball. Isaac, and he's way off. Henderson gives it to Villar. Going to run out the pitch now. Gives it to He-Chan. Back to Villar. Won by Caicedo. Simican mops it up. Gives it to Young. Loses out to Villar again, but Caicedo, a beast in there, mops it up. Gives it to Farrell. Or Farrell, I should say. Daniluk now. Back to Farrell. To Badashile. Out to Valeri. Farrell to St Maximin. Badashile now. Gives it to Farrell. Gives it away now. Brighton. He-Chen through to Haller. McAllister. Farrell gets it clear. Gonçalves now plays the ball out wide. Young should be onto this. What can he do with it? Dinked effort. Henderson manages to keep it out. Coming up to full time now. A minute to go. And we get our first win as Newcastle manager in our first game in the FA Cup against Brighton. We get ourselves into the semi-final. I'll take that for a first performance. Winning the FA Cup quarter-final. Just like that, I've played one match and I've already passed an objective. We've challenged for the FA Cup. I'll be back in a moment. We're going to see who we've got in the semi-final. And then that'll be it for the episode. So let's view the draw. Let's start the draw now. It's Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal and Everton left in it. So Newcastle are going to take on Liverpool. And leaves Arsenal to play Everton. Let's look at the schedule. When's that scheduled in for? So, seeing as we're not really going to be able to do anything in the league, judging by position, we're going to concentrate on the FA Cup. So what we'll do, we'll come back for the Liverpool game in a few games' time, when we'll show the Liverpool-Fulham games on camera, and then we'll come back towards the end of the season. Or if we are looking like we're going to get into Europe, then I'll come back a bit earlier, but we'll come back towards the end of the season, and possibly for an FA Cup final if we can get through. Right. See you later, guys.